get this moving. Industrial Development is not here this morning. They've been excused. Mike Mascarenas.
Good morning, still, I guess. I'll be very brief this morning. I did not get out a formal report, and I apologize for that, but I do have a couple of things to report on quickly. CFA applications were due on July 31st. We completed 13 applications. That did include the nutrition building. The total amount applied for is $3,697,000. The regional council now, along with state agencies, will review those applications and will most likely be notified in December whether or not we're going to receive some of these applications that we applied for. We did 5 priority nominations for projects within those 13. Those included the nutrition building, the Lake Placid Horse Grounds, Crown Point Water System, the 5 Towns, 1 Goal application, which was the Finch and Prine purchases of Newcomb, Minerva, North Hudson, and the Wildlife Refuge in Wilmington. We're currently working with communities who may be in line to receive some of that grant funding we've all been hearing about from EFC. Those applications are due September 4th. If you think you have a project that may be eligible, give me a call and we'll go through the eligibility for those and be able to get them in by the September 4th deadline. Any questions on the planning side? Youth Bureau, just a couple quick announcements. Most programs have ended last week. We do have a couple that are still running. I'll get you a full report summer next month and let you know how we did with the meal program as well. We did have our annual soccer meeting last week. We had participants from Crown Point, Mariah, Elizabethtown Lewis, North Elba, Saranac Lake, Ticonderoga, Keene, and Willsboro. It's quite an accomplishment. Mr. Blade sits in our Youth Bureau, Youth Commission Committee. And several years ago, we tried to revitalize soccer in our county, and it started with 4 communities. That has since doubled, and we probably have about 500 kids participating annually in our youth soccer programs throughout the county. It's enormous. It kind of runs itself now. So kudos to those people that really took a lot of time out to get that moving, but it's an excellent program. I'll get you a schedule. Maybe you can get out this fall and see some of those kids playing in the community.
Any other questions for Mike? Yes.
Just a thank you to Mike. You know, in the past, before I was a supervisor, you'd hear politicians say, I got a grant, we got a grant, this and that. Probably none of us would ever have a grant if it wasn't for Mike's office and his staff. I don't School Lake would not. I wouldn't even try to attempt it. So thank you, Mike, and for all the work. And now I make it a point. Oh, you got a grant? No, Mike Mascarenas' office got it for us. So thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Marnell calls my office often. He knows my number, but he really wants to talk to Anna Reynolds, so I'm her secretary for Mr. Marnell.
Anyone else?
And just very briefly, along those lines, because I've already got mine, the Creating Healthy Places grant will pay for soccer nets. All you have to do is apply.
Good idea. Thank you. Everybody got that? You didn't send us that memo.
I wasn't aware.
Contact Meg Parker.
I think Meg's done, Mr. Preston, as of last week.
Okay, but there's still money there.
Yeah, there's some left. We were going through some ideas with her last week, and because she was on her way out.
Where is that, Randy?
Public health.
I'll find out.
Yeah.
But I think that position ended. Am I wrong about that, Mr. Palmer? Didn't that position just end? I believe.
Because the new grant will be for flood.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fisheries Department has no report. Aurora McCaffrey. Any questions for Aurora regarding the report from the museum? Thank you. Cooperative Extension, Anita submitted a report. I think you all got a copy of it. She's going to talk to us about her budget.
Is that right? I want to say thank you for the engineering money for the handicap toilet. That was a very nice vote. I appreciate it. And I just wanted to state that fair's coming, and we want to see everybody there. And please come in and see the 4-H exhibits. We have 85 youth that are in one way or another participating in fair, and I just wanted to make sure everybody got the personal invitation. And you will be seeing a advertisement coming out. We have decided to hire for the issue leader. It's a position that Mary Blayette had before she went up to Clinton County to become executive director. So I just wanted to make sure that y'all knew that we were going to rehire that position. And other than that, the one other thing, I've been working with DICA and the Upstate Revitalization Initiative, and one of the things that we've decided to do, because they really want like large impact things, is we've put all of our small farmers into a Lake Champlain initiative, and so we're trying to lump that into one big thing that looks like it has more impact instead of being, just one farmer. So I think there's about 12 of them that we're putting together for that initiative. I'm on the Ag Committee, and that was our strategy, so I thought that was pretty, we're hopeful, we're very hopeful for that. So other than that, it's pretty much written up in here. If you have any questions.
Any questions for Anita?
I want just one more thing, I'm so sorry. Under grants, those are grants we've applied for, not grants that we've gotten. That's a big difference.
Thank you, Anita. Appreciate it. Jim McKenna?
Few things. I'd like to really thank disaster preparedness and emergency service for all the help up in North Elbow over the last couple of weeks. It was definitely noted and duly appreciated, so thank you very much. An update on, we told you a little bit about the World Championships for Ironman. We hope to know within the next 2 weeks on that. And what I want to talk about is a program that we have going on as we speak right now. And travel industry and the media in the travel industry has changed just as much as everything else over the last 10 years. And social media and blogging is really starting to really take over, because bloggers, people that write stories and information about what they do, they build up an audience among themselves and are influencers, and they influence things certainly by tweeting and also Facebook and Instagram and all the other ones, but it's really become a means of communication to expose regions now much more so than it's ever been. We've initiated a program, actually Kim Riley's in our office has, that we're working with Thousand Islands over in the Thousand Islands area, St. Lawrence County Chamber, Hamilton and Franklin County, Essex County and Plattsburgh County, and we put together a travel blog. We've got 8 travel bloggers now in the region, and what they do, we picked them up in Montreal last night. I think we have, 2 from Canada, some from Connecticut, some from Texas, we have some from UK, and they're traveling around, started in Plattsburgh, and what they do as they travel now and as they're going along, they're telling people that follow them what they're experiencing. For instance, I think they're at some wineries up in Clinton County today. Later on, they travel down into Screw Lake. They go to the Paradox, have one of those Paradox red beers that are pretty good. And then they move on over to Ticonderoga. Following that, they go up to North Elba, then to Saranac Lake, Tupper, Long, Potsdam, and then they leave on Friday in Thousand Islands area. They head out. But what it does, it's pulled us all together, and it's identified the whole North Country region as a place to come and visit. And it's much different than how we would expose this area in the past because of social media. So if you want to check it out and see what they're talking about online, go to eatplaylove.newyork.com. It's really EPLNY.com. And as as they're blogging, it's coming right up on this site that we've created, so you can see what's going on. And what they do, these people have followers, so that when they tweet out, they're tweeting to people really all over the Northeast and Canada, and also really over in the UK, so it's a pretty impressive way of getting the information out on the region. So that's about all I want to talk about today.
Okay. Any questions for Jim?
Thank you.
Anything else to come before this committee? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you're going to have to come up here.
Sorry, Dave.
What is your name?
Karen Brown, and it's Town of Lewis.
Town Lewis.
This has just baffled me. You said there's $700 billion off the tax roll in Essex County?
There's $2 billion in exempt properties.
In exempt properties. Is there any checks and balances to that ever?
Everybody has to file their exempt.
Every year?
Yeah, they're all audited.
Everything.
They are audited.
They are, and they have to redo it every year?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know, because I think it's just astronomical for a small town that we have such tax write-off. And I mean, that hurts our organization.
About $12 billion in total assessment.
I think in the town of North Elba, the biggest controversy this year with the assessor's office was that had to do with the audit of exemptions.
Right.
People losing their exemptions because they weren't properly filing income tax returns or information with regard to the businesses they operate.
Right, okay. All right, thank you very much.
Just for clarification, yes, it's each town's responsibility to audit and approve those exemptions, not the county's.
That's correct.
So, just so you're aware of that.
That's correct.
That responsibility falls on each individual assessment office.
Thank you. Anyone else have anything for this committee? Economic development? If not, we're adjourned.